Until the doors open and a well-dressed businessman strides in with confidence that borders on arrogance. His shoes shine brighter than the marble floor. His gold watch glints under the courtroom lights. He smirks, glancing around as if this place, this court, is beneath him. Across the aisle, a frail man sits nervously on a wooden bench. His clothes are faded, his hands trembling. He's here for a minor parking violation, but to him, it's more than that. It's money he doesn't have. The businessman chuckles under his breath. People like that, his eyes seem to say, don't belong here. Judge Caprio enters, calm, kind, and composed, his presence commanding instant respect. But the air in the room already feels divided, the rich against the struggling. The poor man stands. His voice is shaky as he explains. He parked in front of a grocery store for 10 minutes, just long enough to buy medicine for his sick wife. When he came back, the ticket was already there. He speaks softly, his words heavy with guilt and exhaustion. Meanwhile, the businessman leans back, arms crossed, whispering to someone beside him, mocking the man's situation. People notice. The disrespect spreads through the courtroom like an unwanted chill. Judge Caprio listens quietly, his eyes steady, studying the scene. Not just the case, but the character of everyone in the room. As the poor man sits, the businessman's case is called next. He steps up with his lawyer, smirking as if it's a game. His fine is for reckless driving through a red light, something he brushes off casually. He even jokes, "Guess I can afford the fine, unlike some people here." The laughter he expects never comes. Instead, silence. A thick, uncomfortable silence that makes even his lawyer shift uneasily. Judge Caprio's gaze lifts slowly, the warmth in his eyes now replaced with calm disappointment. He doesn't interrupt. He lets the silence weigh. Because sometimes, silence teaches louder than words. Judge Caprio finally speaks. His voice is steady, soft, but sharp enough to cut through arrogance. He reminds the businessman that justice isn't about wealth. It's about humanity, responsibility, equality. He recounts the story of the poor man and how some people break laws out of need, not greed. The businessman's smile begins to fade. His fingers tighten on the edge of the desk. Judge Caprio lowers his tone. "There are those who pay their fines with money," he says softly, "and those who pay with struggle. Both deserve respect." The courtroom remains still. For the first time, the businessman looks down, not out of shame forced by others, but by the weight of his own reflection. Judge Caprio finds the businessman, not the maximum, but enough to make him think. Then, unexpectedly, he turns to the poor man. He cancels his fine completely, citing compassion in the interest of justice. But what happens next stuns everyone, including the rich man. Judge Caprio adds, "And I'd like to invite anyone in this courtroom who believes in kindness to help this man." The businessman hesitates. The room watches. Then slowly, he stands, walks over to the poor man, and offers to pay the dismissed fine himself, plus a small donation. It's awkward, unplanned, but real. For the first time, his smile is humble. Judge Caprio simply nods. He doesn't need to say more. The lesson has already been taught. The businessman lingers after the hearing. He approaches the judge privately, asking quietly, "How do you stay so kind even when people don't deserve it?" Judge Caprio smiles gently, "Because everyone deserves one chance to do the right thing." The businessman leaves with his head bowed, not in defeat, but in realization. The poor man leaves with tears in his eyes, not from pity, but from faith restored. In a world where pride often drowns compassion, sometimes one act of humility can remind us what justice truly means. If this story touched your heart, subscribe for more real moments that prove kindness is the highest form of justice.